from a private company where you've got, in my case, a single shareholder, it's a way of, I've got two options. I could sell out, or I could do this. And I would rather do this because I think that's a better way for the staff and for the company to develop. I guess companies with lots of shareholders, you've got to get that agreement and that direction. And, you know, I guess when there's a number of shareholders, too many of them might just want to take the money and run if they get the opportunity. So I guess that's the only answer I could come up with, really, because at least the decision is mine. So that's the way I've gone. The normal journey within a company like mine, and I've built it from scratch, is what do you do as you approach retirement age and the future. And I could either have sold it, and I've been offered to sell the company before, and you're hounded constantly by people who will sell and take the money and go and retire. Well, I love this industry, and I don't particularly want to retire because I'm only 63. And apart from anything else, that always puts the employees in jeopardy. You know, companies tend to buy other companies to try and consolidate and reduce the number of employees, cut costs, etc. And if it's in another area, that means job losses. Now, you know, to me, you know, this business I started here in Bolsover. I've got local people in the community that have worked here for 20 years plus in some cases, and I feel responsible for them and their families, and looking at the longevity of the business, I want it to continue after I've retired. So that the idea of an employment ownership trust is to give them the security that the business is going to go on and carry on after I've finally retired, which is not going to be for quite some time, because the theory is that I sell half the company, which is what I've done, to them, and so it goes into a trust, which means that they get the benefit of the future growth of the company. We can give them tax-free bonuses because they are part owners, so it's like a dividend, if you like, on the success of the company. To me, I can withdraw money tax-free, but I've got to earn it in the first place. So it's a very long term. It's going to take 10 years for me to reap the benefit of this employee ownership trust, but I'm planned to be here for 10 years, guiding the ship and developing the key employees to actually take my place and make all the right decisions when I really have to go. For me, it's not an immediate benefit. It's very much a long-term plan. It's the security, and it's plotting the course for Aztec over the coming 10, 15, 20 years. There are key employees then that will also have growth shares to actually take the rest of the shareholding of the company from me over a long period of time. So, you know, I'd like Aztec Oils to become a legacy, you know, and when I'm dead and gone, it's still going. I'd like to think that's potentially possible. That's down to the people that I guide and groom to take over that, to take that place.
What's been the staff reaction? Has there been a reaction?
It's been very positive. I mean, we have nearly 100 people here, and in any company, you have really committed people, you have not so committed people, and you've got to try to bring them together to be as efficient and to get them to actually think about, if they do their job better, if they're less wasteful, if they then the company will make more money, and ultimately we'll be able to pay them more, we'll be able to give them bonuses, etc. So we've tried to incentivize and point out how, you know, how this is really part of a family. I've always looked at Aztec Oils as a family, and you know, I'm responsible for them. We're just not a company that you work for and you take your money and you go home. This is the future, you know, and this company will go on, and maybe their kids will get jobs here eventually. And, you know, so we try to put something back into the community, because I think in today's world, that's sadly lacking in so many companies. My commitment is certainly to Bolsover. You know, I started in a very little unit on this site, and eventually I bought a large part of the site here. And this is where we will continue to base our head office and the bulk of our production.